Welcome to Optics Trade Debates. I'm Andrash.
My name is Theodore. Hello.
Today we're discussing rangefinders, and to be more specific, we're discussing the subcategories of rangefinders that you can find on our website. So we've already discussed rangefinders that are designed for golf, rangefinders designed specifically for archery, hunting rangefinders, but we haven't yet said a word about the stabilized rangefinders, such as this Nikon here. We received some questions on the topic, and today we're going to elaborate a bit on the stabilized rangefinders, and starting with the general properties.
Well, basically, we made this category of stabilized rangefinders just because they are really a new trend in rangefinding.
So the future.
The future. Even though they are not a category as such, this is only a feature of rangefinders, because you can have a stabilized rangefinder for hunting, stabilized rangefinder for golfing, or stabilized rangefinding for archery, even though for archery the distances are so small this is not really important. So this is actually a feature, not a category, but because this is such an important feature, and because, like you said, it's future, I believe that in the future all laser rangefinders will be optically stabilized, like Nikon is already producing them. This is the reason why we have this category at the moment. I'm sure that in the future, 10 years from now we're in 2018, this category will not exist anymore, because all laser rangefinders will be stabilized. Yeah. So what is the actual feature? The actual feature is that when you push the button for measuring, the optical construction inside the optical system becomes stabilized, and you have a clear and steady image.
So we're talking here about mechanical image stabilization.
Yeah, at least in this case, yeah. So there are many different technologies how to stabilize the image. The final result is the same, even though if you move your if you shake your hand and everything is moving, your image is still stabilized. So you're able to precisely measure the small objects, and it's easier to observe the objects which you're viewing and so on. Why is this so important? Because usually when you push the button for measurement, you get a reticle inside, so that you point at the point at which you wish to measure the distance. And if the point is really small, and usually laser rangefinders have 6 or 7 times magnification,
and they're usually held in hand, right?
And they're really compact and so on. It's really hard to aim at a small point somewhere in the distance and to measure exact distance to that point, to a really small object. With image stabilization, this is easier. With image stabilization, it's much easier to hold the reticle on the point to which you wish to measure the distance and to get an exact reading. So this is the reason why I think this is the future, and I hope that very soon all laser rangefinders will have optical stabilization.
So this is we basically mentioned that stabilized is not really a type but a feature.
Yeah.
And so the external properties can be
roughly the same. Yeah, roughly the same. With all, usually all of them, at least what Nikon produces, is waterproof. They're wrapped in the whole casing, and the whole body is wrapped in rubber, so they're quite robust. They can be used either for hunting or also for archery and so on. Even the white models, golf models, also have image stabilization, because with golf it's even maybe more needed than with other types of use, because with golf you have a really small flags on which you measure the distance where the holes are. And if you're really far away and you're shaking your hand, it's much easier to really hit that.
So even though it has first target priority mode, this is still a useful add-on.
Yeah,
so
I think it's one of the most useful. And if I would be buying the laser rangefinding today, I would be quite tempted to buy a stabilized model. Even though, let's be honest, like Sig Sauer and Zeiss and all other models are really on top level of quality, and they still don't offer the stabilization. But in the future, I think everybody will offer it, because it does bring so many advantages.
Did we forget something, perhaps?
I'm most certain that we did.
Yeah.
If we did forget something, just use
That's
the comments.
That's why we have the comment section, right?
Just use the comments on YouTube video, and normally please subscribe if you like the video.
Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next Optics Trade Debates video. Bye bye.
Bye.